The question, who is the most powerful superhero of all time, is a ridiculous question. Shows like Dragon Ball and One Punch Man are blatant about how ridiculous such questions are.
But no one really cares about that stuff.
What? Yet their fans continue to argue relentlessly. They can't not talk about it. But to what end? Battle threads are message board threads where fans continually debate the outcomes of fights between fictional characters, often factoring in power levels that affect combatants' performance like pro athlete stats. It's not an accident that Goku vs. Superman is the most popular battle thread. Power levels in shonen are often discussed with detail in the shows themselves.
It's over 9,000! 9,000!
Even if the answer to any battle thread always is the same, the winner is whoever the author wants.
I win.
Because there are no refs. It's not sports. And that makes two of the most successful hero series in anime extra intriguing. Both Dragon Ball and One Punch Man are blatant about how silly such questions are, yet their fans seem to actually respond to such flippancy. Power levels can be boosted or thwarted by whatever conditions a creator cooks up. Of course, they should never acknowledge this, right? There's an implicit contract with the audience. Break it and don't expect them to feel invested in any ongoing stakes.
Stop analyzing it, jerk!
Again though, One Punch Man and Dragon Ball do just that. And judging by audience reception, their creators seem to actually be rewarded for breaking such conceits. Fans forget Dragon Ball is a comedy.
Sorry, I saw an opening that seemed to scream out attacks, so I did.
Dragon Ball has a well-earned reputation for being so brawny and battle-filled. The blow-for-blow of fights between its valiant lead Goku and his adversaries can take up entire story arcs. Power levels aren't just key to series lore, they're iconic to it. Goku, his allies, and their foes continually transform to reflect the strata of expertise they attain from training. Signature eyewear called scanners even register their stats to decimal points. As thoroughly as Dragon Ball has embraced power levels, though, it's easy to imagine creator Akira Toriyama having a big laugh at any fans who take them seriously. Dragon Ball has evolved since he created it in 1984. The original premise spoofed the classic hero saga Journey to the West and could be summed up with, what would happen if Dennis the Menace were also Earth's most preternaturally skilled martial artist? Fun. Goku is introduced as a boy hermit who doesn't know much about the human experience outside of fight training. The central gag is that he has all this mastery without any expected decorum. An emblematic arc sees him enroll in a world martial arts tournament which his sage master Roshi then enters to prevent him from winning, so as to keep the whippersnapper's progress and pace. Only the plan hilariously backfires. Roshi realizes he won't be able to beat his protege fairly. This punk really has gotten that good, that fast. So in order to impart the expected lesson about honor, Roshi must consider cheating. This central comedic tension, with Goku as a force of nature whose stubborn power baffles the rules of heroic drama, carries over into even the more serious era most fans know.
Wow, all that and I'm not even tired.
After rebranding as Dragon Ball Z, the plot skips ahead to Goku as a father. This time jump is accompanied by a left-field revelation which changes the series' nature in many ways. After over 100 installments, Toriyama abruptly reveals his hero is actually an alien refugee. Oh, what the dude. Instead of a Kryptonian from Krypton, he's a Saiyan from Vegeta. Not only does it make Dragon Ball more of a superhero series, it also sets up deliberate comparisons to America's #1 cape. So yes, it's not an accident that Goku vs. Superman is the most popular battle thread. In fact, it's punchline to another Toriyama gag. Superman vs. Goku. Who'd win? Dragon Ball spoofs Western pop culture from the start, with Goku facing parodies of the Terminator and Xenomorph, among others.
You're back?
I'm mad.
Noteworthy amongst these is Sour Man, an obvious send-up demonstrating how similarities between Goku and the Man of Steel can't be coincidental. The parallels go on. Goku turns out to have a secret birth name, Kakarot, much like Clark Kent's Kal-El, and both learn more about their heritage when kinsmen come to conquer Earth. Minding names reveals even more when Goku later learns Saiyans can unlock a state of ultimate power known as Super Saiyans. Yep, super is a common adjective, but given the context, it's easy to see this term as another wink at Goku's unofficial rival. Serious or not, tabulating power levels is just inherently appealing to fans, and this layer of lore proved so popular, Toriyama ran with it. Fans kept looking past his winks too, like the gag where Vegeta's scanner proves to be useless at gauging power levels, because Goku registers off the charts. You know this one. That's what the "it's over 9,000" meme is all about.
It's over 9,000!
Topping out doesn't leave much room to go in a serial, so Toriyama showed that Ultimate isn't as final as it's cracked up to be by having Goku discover successive Super Saiyan levels. Like the scanner gaffe, characters comment on the development's absurdity. As Goku reaches new Super Saiyan level 3, his pal Krillin scoffs at the concept of double ascendancy.
It's unreal. How is he generating that much power?
Still, fans enjoy all this, so Toriyama delivers more, shrugging off any in-story contradictions that more self-serious storytellers would be hesitant to, lest they break that contract. Goku goes on to Super Saiyan level 4 and keeps leveling up, outdoing omnipotence with greater omnipotence. Currently, he's at the awkwardly named state of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. When all of these transformations are accompanied by increasingly ridiculous hairdos, it's hard to picture Toriyama not playing at a joke yet again.
So a Super Saiyan who's as strong as a Super Saiyan God, yet is not a Super Saiyan God, is now the Super Saiyan version of that?
The cartoonist known as One started crafting One Punch Man 25 years after Dragon Ball's debut. In some respects, it's a thematic continuation. The offbeat dilemma facing its lead does advance DBZ's power level ridicule to another stage, and in other respects, it spoofs DBZ itself. Relating to Western superheroes even more solidly than the Saiyans, One Punch Man's title character, Saitama, is a champion of the tights and capes variety. His world is packed with heroes, villains, and monsters whose power levels are assigned and ranked by a formal association. Saitama is in a class of his own, though, above all others, simply because he trained himself so single-mindedly. As the title plainly states, he can fell any enemy with a single blow. And because of that, by the first episode, superheroics have already grown boring for him. Saitama became a hero for fun, and the lack of challenging opponents has made the experience less fun. That's the starting premise. The rest of the series is more or less about him coping with being the best, and those beneath him adjusting to the power imbalance he's created. This is in direct contrast to DBZ, where Goku is always after a fair fight, even going so far as to let enemies recover so they can come back at him in better shape.
Hey, take it easy. Cell's used up a lot of his energy. It's only fair to let him fight Gohan at full strength, don't you think?
Considering how hair volume is basically commiserate to power level in DBZ, it's easy to see Saitama's baldness, which is caused by his training, as a visualization of the existential crisis Goku might experience if he truly ran out of worthy opponents too. One Punch Man is meant for older audiences than DBZ, but One does share Toriyama's flippancy about world building, and a lack of hesitation for serving simple wish fulfillment. Conclusion! If the basic appeal of a power fantasy is seeing a hero be the strongest guy around, why muddy that in the service of storytelling rules? Tradition says heroes must be underdogs suffering through setbacks in order to be compelling. Superman writers, for example, keep striving to address the recurring criticism that he's too powerful by concocting credible threats like Kryptonite and fellow Kryptonians. However, both DBZ and One Punch Man seem to just cut straight to the most primal appeal of such entertainment. If a battle thread's answer is only ever up to the author's whims, why can't the rest of a series' elements be as well? If power levels are cool to see, why not keep unveiling new ranks, even if they contradict terms you've established? If it's cool to watch a hero who's so badass he can take out bad guys with a single stroke, why do you need to cook up villains who are harder to defeat? If every show broke those rules, perhaps viewers would face predicaments of boredom similar to Saitama's. However, these two series seem to thrive precisely because they offer escapism purer than their rule-abiding competition. And that's it for this video. Hey, let us know in the comments what you like more, Dragon Ball Z or One Punch Man. There's no wrong answer. Also, is it Saiyan or Saiyan? I understand you have opinions. Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. We're on Twitter and Facebook. Do all the things. We love you. Goodbye.